Hi guys, welcome back. Oh, hello. Welcome back to Motorsport Manager. So far this before we carry on with what we've done so far this season, I'll show you a couple of things here. I'm looking at getting a new reserve driver. Now, there is a reason behind that. So we've got Mick Schumacher here. I don't know if he's any relation to Michael Schumacher, and Gausu Cavalier here. So the reason we're looking at these guys, as you can see, his potential is pretty fucking amazing. He's a worse driver than the other two, but his potential is pretty damn good. And his marketability is quite high. Now, after we sacked Gagné and brought in Florsch, the marketability of our team dropped down massively. So I'm trying to do something to sort it out. We've also then got Cavalier. Now, he's going to be quite a bit cheaper to sign on. We're offering him 73,000. Schumacher we're offering to offer 162, and that's if they accept it. But he's also a pay driver with 75% marketability, and he doesn't quite get as good as Schumacher, but he's got some potential. He's also 3 years younger. So I'm wondering if we pick him up instead of Schumacher. He's going to be a bit cheaper. It's going to make things a bit more expensive, but he's going to be a bit cheaper. I'm also looking at staff. Now, as you can see, Lucien Ancel here has got a lot of potential. Pietro Senatore hasn't, but Pietro Senatore has produced an additional part for no extra cost or time. So I'm thinking for these first couple of seasons, while we're here, while we're still trying to get as many parts fixed as possible, new parts for our cars, that's going to be the quickest way of improving the ability of our cars, is having the free parts come through. It'll save us a bit of money doing it too. We're also looking at Toby Hart as a potential replacement for Wanda Adams. A bit better all over. It's going to be slightly more expensive. Has Lightfoot soft tyres, which is no good, but he does have super overtake mode, which is a pretty handy ability to have. Part fixes, pit stops, reliability, all 20, which is fantastic there. His performance at 14 isn't too bad either. Okay, the concentration and chemistry is not brilliant, but it takes a bit of time. And James Butland here is going to replace Andreas Koller. Obviously, this is assumed they sign on. His concentration is 20, pit stops 20, performance 20, part fixes isn't so good, but it's got a chance to improve. And of course, we're a British team, so having a Brit in charge would be fantastic. He gets pit stop guru tyre changes, which means the tyre change is 50% faster, which is a very, very handy ability. And then there's this, the pit stop legend. All pit stop times are 1 second faster. A very decent ability as well. I don't know which one would be better, all in all, but we'll find out. So yeah, that is the update so far. I've not done anything else with the car. Obviously, we built the engine at the end of the last episode, or was it before the race? I can't remember now. We built an engine anyway. Slight improvement. Headquarters-wise, still got 13 weeks on the forecasting centre. We're going to improve the parts. We haven't worked on this engine yet. It's not long been made, so we're improving that one. We're going to improve this one for now as well. We're going to be going into the race with these two engines here, so they're not brilliant, but we do what we do. So far this season, we've had 2 races. So if we go to the calendar here, we start off in Phoenix. We've got a 6th and a 10th, with Florsch gaining the fastest lap points, which was incredibly handy. And then in Vancouver, we got a 5th and a 10th. So there was a slight improvement there, but we didn't get the fastest lap points, which meant we actually lost 2 points, I think. We lost a point. Negligible. So in the standings, our team is 3rd overall. We're 7 points ahead of Sauber. The 44th and Florsch 9th, which isn't a bad position to be in. If we look at the finances real quick, as you see, we're very secure. Wang Chuanfu is quite happy with us, even though we took money out of the guy. Request additional funds minus 50 for like 1 million, I think it was. But I'd rather do it now while we've got the push. And this is the other reason here. So as you can see, our sponsorship appeal level's gone down. So the Forney's worse actually than Florsch. So if we can get one of these 2 other drivers in, when it comes to getting the sponsorship sorted out, we'll switch them in, boost the team marketability right up, and it should bring it up to about 50 something, which unlock 3-star deals again. So we'll replace Nikon, Best Western, and Deutsche Post this season. I think these guys will go out next season. I want this one again. This one's been very, very helpful. It's been making us money every single race. This one isn't too bad either. So yeah, we're going to take a 9th or above again. I know we've been hitting the 8th or above target, but I think it's been a risk. Plus, also Nikon are paying us more for coming 9th, so it's a kind of no-brainer, isn't it? But it is Rio, Track A. Have we done Track A in Rio? I don't think we have. I don't think we have anyway. We'll find out soon. Let's skip IndyCar. Have I got this on the right? I have got this on the right settings, haven't I? Just got to check something. It's going to pause just briefly. Yeah, we're good. It's just me sort of being a little bit paranoid. So I didn't change over the... I thought I'd change over the settings. I've got 2 different profiles. One for recording and one for streaming. And the streaming one obviously is slightly lower quality. But yeah, I think it's doing alright at the minute. So this is at 4,000 bits and 60 frames a second. So quality wise it should be pretty much bang on. You should see what I'm seeing effectively. So let's get into this practice. Forney, Florsch. How are we looking with these cars? You want the ultra softs, really? Don't know. Handling there. Yeah. No, we'll give you super softs. You're not having ultra softs. And the Forney. Let's have a look. You're already on super softs. That's fine. This handling is all over the show. Fuck me. It's pretty much bang in the middle though, isn't it? That's about as close as it's going to get. Get you on these super softs, mate. Get these 2 out. So let's get this smashed out as quickly as possible. Race trim, 4 laps, correct tyres, lovely. You're on the race trim as well. No, you're on the qualifying trim. You can see that when we looked at the knowledge actually. Get you out as quickly as possible. Overtake and attack. Overtake, attack. So, not expecting much here, of course. The practice and qualifying for us has been really disappointing, and we've been overachieving so far in the races. Now, it's going to start getting to the point where the reliability of other people's cars is going to start getting better, so our performance is going to start dropping off. Hopefully we can do a bit more when we get these new engines, but I'm not holding out much hope this season. I'm hoping the points we've picked up so far is going to guarantee us 8th. Basically, that's how negative I'm feeling about this season at the minute. Not confident at all, and I'm sure you understand why. When your engine was demolishing people the season before, and then you step up and your engine's the worst, it's kind of like, yeah, maybe we're going to struggle. But I'm wondering if the knowledge will carry over, actually. We're going to change our race mechanic. I'm wondering if that knowledge that we've got from building these engines is going to carry over, or if that is limited to the mechanic. So obviously we've unlocked X, Y, Z components, so we can put in 4 components per engine. Will that actually get reset if we change mechanic halfway through the season? I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't, but we'll find out. Because if that is the case, then we're going to have to start working on the engines again. Yeah, okay, we're going to get 2 free engines, but we're going to have to start working on the engines again. I think I'm going to risk it. I'm not going to bother looking. And the thing is, I'm bulk recording these, because as it stands, I've got another 8 days at work, and they've been fucking me up the bum when it comes to work hours recently. So I'm having a bulk record to make sure you guys get the content that you so richly desire. And so yeah, by the time this has come out, I've already made that decision. I would have already made that decision. So in the comments, we're going bang, bang, bang. You should shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. You should hold on to this. If you do this, it's going to go like this. Then too late. All right. So you're not happy with your setup. We'll leave you on the current tyres for a minute. We'll go this way first. Handling is enough of a change there, I think. We'll try that out. Let's get you out, mate. So yeah, that is basically how it is. I've hammered to bulk record. But of course, please do comment and tell me if I'm an idiot. It's fine by me. I like seeing the comments. I like replying to the comments too. It's fun. It's fun. It's nice to interact with the people who are enjoying the content. It is actually genuinely enjoyable. Every time I get a little notification on YouTube, it's like, ooh, And then it's someone trying to push their Instagram on my page. It's like, oh, okay. Right, so let's get these guys in as the knowledge is sorted now for race trim and super softs. We'll get them on the ultra softs and the qualifying trim. I don't know how far we're going to be able to get. Also, we want to see what they're doing. Lap-wise, we're not doing fantastically. Right, Florsh. Alright, you're all set. You're fine. Let's get you on these. I'm not going to fuck around with her too much more. Where are we, Rio? Is there any chance of rain in Rio? Is there any point in getting knowledge on these if we're not going to use them? Whereas if it rains, we might want to switch to... No, so we need these for qualifying, don't we? Great, okay, very poor, okay. So where were we before? So we need to go the other way on handling. That's fine. And then we need to go the other way on the acceleration. It's going to be too close, isn't it? It's going to be about that. I can go out like that. Yeah. Right, let's get these guys into attack and overtake for both sides. There we go. We've got 3.5 minutes left. We've got 4 and a bit laps remaining on the fuel. Can we get this knowledge in? I think we actually need to come back on the fuel. Just attack on the tyres. So I don't want to have to pull them in to replace the fuel if I don't have to, if that makes sense. I'd rather get the extra lap out if it's needed. To get the knowledge, that is. I know what I'm thinking. I don't necessarily... Yeah. So we're not much faster than Ferrucci, we're not much faster than Kimball, and we have been pushing hard. It does worry me a lot. It makes me think that they've really, really pushed on their engines. We do get level 1 for qualifying and ultra softs. I think now we go into this. And hopefully one of these guys, I don't think either of them will get around in time. I'm looking at Florsh over here. We've got 5 seconds. Yeah, it's not going to get there in time. That's going to be the end of it. We only get level 1 for qualifying in the ultra softs, but what can we do? Hopefully Deforney is happy with his setup. I forgot about checking him. I'm sure he will be. We'll have a look in qualifying. We can fuck around in qualifying, can't we? We can do that. That's fine. Let's end that real quick. So first and third, but not much in it. She's happy. Fucking Marcel's here. No Susie. So we'll go with qualifying. No, sweeter spots and qualifying. The car setup, pretty much bang on, isn't it? Let's get going. So let's send Florsh out first. And then, wait. We need to send Florsh out now. Go. Alright. There, if we want to Deforney. There we go. So if we go back to Florsh, we'll keep an eye on this air optimization. Speed it up a little bit. I reckon around the PE mark again. There we go. Same for Deforney. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on it. If it looks like it's dropping down too fast, we'll smash it back up. But perfect and good. What about here, Mr. Deforney? Overheating and perfect. Right. See how we do, Florsh. Do it, girl. Peugeot is smashing our times. Glock is smashing Peugeot's times. We're not going to do well. It's going to be around 1920 again, isn't it? You can see that already. Kimball's going to get a purple there. I mean, they're not bad times, I guess. But, oh, we're faster than Glock and Peugeot. Interesting. 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 I knew someone was going to pop. Yeah. I knew there was going to be 2 or 3. Ferrucci, the smug looking prick. I knew 2 or 3 of them were going to smash us off the top, but I'm very surprised by it. I'm very happy about it. I'm very surprised about it. Flosh. Good work, y'all. You're going to go back out on those same tyres, I think. We'll see if we can get you a faster lap. Forney, we definitely need to get a faster lap on. And we've got a bit of an improvement to do with Forney. He can definitely improve on those tyres. Was it tyres or brakes? It was the brakes that needed improving, wasn't it? That's it. Let's get this smashed up again. Yeah, I can see they're overheated. It's fine. And then we'll get to here again. And that was a little way into the E, wasn't it? That's a bit too far, shit. I don't think it's going to be as good this time round. She's doing alright though, she's in 5th. So, could be worse. By the way, I am aware there's a lot of light on this side of my face. Put the curtain open. Overheat, good. Not that good, is it? How did the Forney do though? Can we get a faster lap for the Forney? Overheat, good. That just fucking tilted up, didn't it? The Kivat has just posted a faster time. Can DeForney do something faster for me, please? Come on, Max. Don't disappoint me, mate. I don't want to have to fire you. I have no loyalty to my drivers. Saying that, to be fair, I want to hold on to Forney. I want to keep him till the end. He was the first driver we actually signed, and he's pretty damn good. He's not happy with himself though, so. In fact, he's dropped down a position. He's dropped down to 19th from 18th, which isn't great. Now, Florsch is holding on. I was about to say he's holding on to 5th, but he's holding on to 6th now. We haven't got time to send him out for another one. So I don't think we'll bother to let it run down. Yeah, Florsch looks like she's going to keep 6th. Unless, of course, Glock or Sato or Bell or Peugeot go faster. Or Hildebrand. There's a lot of people who could knock us down. What do we get? We get 300,000, don't we? Yeah. And obviously she gets a good start. Ferrucci setting faster lap. Fucking smug cunt. Smug cunt. Florsch gets knocked down to 7th. Bella's going faster. Frines looks like he won't knock her back. There we go. Florsch looks like she's just finished 7th. So that's a good qualifying for Florsch. Disappointing one for DeForney. But we do also get the sponsorship objective of 300,000, which will pay for a little bit of the engine. Or for some contracts, like buyouts. It's going to cost us a lot of money to get these people in. But it's necessary. Yeah, so Sophia Florsch in 7th and Forney in 19th. Ferrucci, Dixon, Kimball, Elishin and Hinchcliffe in the top 5. Marcel's back, but Susie Perry's back too. So and Rio. Susie Perry back twice. Have you got a twin, Susie? You're making me happy, man. Alright, Rio. Let's get on with Rio. Before we do anything, there's going to be some rain. Around about lap 4. I don't think we'll bother going inters. Take race trim and super softs. Super softs. No, we'll go race trim and nurse because the engine and other parts still aren't quite right. Same setup here. Oh, we need to change the fuel levels. What kind of fuel do we have? Heat on super soft. 25 laps. Could do one. I'm not going to do one stop, are we? We'll get as close to. We'll go 9 laps of fuel there. We'll get you on these as well. We'll get you on 9 laps of fuel. Driver strategy. Be attack. Because we're not going to have to worry about holding on to these tyres too long because of the rain. I completely forgot about that. So yeah, we're not going to see that. We already talked about that. This is a great camera angle. This. There we go. That's better. So let's get this up to speed 2, which is our normal speed. Let's get to there. I'd say that's about right. So Florsch has just dropped down to 9th. Deforney still sitting in 18th. Is on the tail of Rossi. Looks like he might take him. Just about takes him. Florsch back up to 7th now. Let's go back over to Florsch, who has just popped herself up to 6th ahead of Peugeot. Good work, girl. Good work. We're going to get her to use her boost now, and Deforney 2. Deforney's dropped down to 8. I was going to say he's dropped down to 18th and 19th, but he's in 19th now. Let's go back onto high and push. Deforney's down in last place. Mate, you need to sort your fucking life out. Who's crashed? Buemi's crashed. Let's go back to Florsch, who are up in 6th. It's on the tail of Aleshin. So Aleshin and Franz do have faster tyres, so they're going to pull away a bit quicker than she is. We're in the damp now. That rain looks like it's going to disappear. Maybe we pull back on these tyres just a little bit. We keep pushing on the fuel. Florsch, gone. Deforney's got himself back up to 18th now. Good work, mate. 17th. Nice manoeuvre. Can you get yourself up into the top 10 for me, though, please? I'd really appreciate that. We need to get some decent points at the start of the season. Got himself up to 16th now. Florsch dropped back down to 7th. Where is Florsch? Right. It's not surprising. I mean, Peugeot will probably... No. Peugeot will probably take her. He's got slightly better tyres. That being said, I think we should be better off in the rain on the tyres we've got. I'm sure we'll probably end up having more grip than they do. We'll see how it works out for us. Deforney with a nice little manoeuvre there. How are we doing? There you go. You got Hinchcliffe right in front of you there. Look, you can take him. You can take him. You can take him. Well done. Up into 6th from a lovely manoeuvre. She's got ahead of her Aleshin, Frines, Dixon, Kimball, Ferrucci. The usual suspects for this season so far. Deforney, mate, you're a little bit off the pace of Bell. Can you pull your finger out? Pull your finger out. No. Now, who do we give super over to? If we do get these... Well done. Fucking hell, Florsch. Well done. I mean, you've dropped it, but you gained it back again. So, if we do get these... two mechanics, I'm wondering who we give the super overtake mode to. I'm wondering if we give it to Florsch. She's the slightly better driver. Or do we give it to Deforney? Do we stay loyal to Deforney for now? I think we stay loyal to Deforney, actually. I think Deforney will get it. Let's go back over to Deforney now. Who is challenging Hawksworth for 14th. We'll give Florsch a bit of a boost along the back here. She might be able to take 4th. Come on. Come on, Deforney. Oh, mate. You could have just cut in. Just cut in, you'll be fine. Just lost 16th. Or 15th, even. Alright, let's go over to Florsch. Give her a bit of a shunt. Now, fuel. We need to come back on the fuel a little bit. In fact, I'd argue we need to go low on Deforney now. How much fuel do we have on Florsch? Once we get to here, we'll work it out. If there's slightly more than 1.2, then she can go one more lap. I know, we're going to have to bring her in, aren't we? Because we're going to have to worry about... Yeah, right. So, we go down to Ultra Softs now. Give her full laps of fuel. Yeah, we'll give it a whole lot. Won't worry about fixing that yet. We'll do that on the next pit. Yeah, there we go. So if we get you to attack along here, and when you come out, we'll go like so, like so. Now, Deforney, you've got just enough fuel to do this. We're going to get you on the super softs. We're going to stagger you a little bit. You get full laps again. Full laps, full fuel again. Yeah. So you've got a nice bit of build up here. Can we use it, mate? Or don't. Or don't. Or just like fall back 18 positions. Not 18, you know. I like to exaggerate a little bit. Go on, get into 15th. Get into 15th. It's only Verline. You're Verline and Hawksworth, right? There we go. And can you get ahead of Hawksworth? That is your highest position in the race. Of course he goes into pit. Right. Let's push on those. Right, let's go to to Florsch, who is lagging behind a little bit. Obviously, we've done our pit. Other drivers are going to have to come in pit soon as well. We've got some drivers in the pit now, so she's gone back up to 13th thanks to that. Where's Deforney, mate? You need to make the most of this. You've got a lot of drivers in the pit. Well done. Did you get 16th? Did he get 16th? No, he didn't. He's right there, though. He is right there. Right, back to Florsch, who does have a couple of drivers right in front of her. Got a lot of drivers going into the pit. In fact, everyone ahead of us going into the pit. We'll use her boost around about here. Do what we can to get ahead. There we go, Florsch. She goes up into second, right on the tail of Ferrucci in first. And as for Deforney, where is he? 17th. He gets himself up to 15th. Good work. Florsch is doing us a solid today. Now, obviously, we know all of these drivers aren't going to be able to see out the race. They're all going to have to pit again. It's about trying to find the right pit for us. So, obviously, people will pull ahead of us. I'm okay with that. We need to come back on these tyres a little bit. Maybe go a little bit higher on the fuel. Definitely I think I've pushed too hard on those tyres. I think I've cocked that bit up. Let's go a little bit higher on that fuel as well. Forney's dropped down to 16th. He's lost out to Hawksworth, has he? Well done, mate. So Kimball is catching up on Florsch. Not surprising, as we do have like the worst car on the grid. I am not expecting to hold on to this position, put it that way. She's doing alright though, she's holding it off. Just Deforney letting the team down at the minute. He's got a better car. He genuinely has got a better car too. Alright, so you've got part problems now. Okay, we're going to ignore that for now. Ignore it just for now, girl. Okay. I need you to do 2 or 3 more laps like that. If your tyres will last. Could be an issue. Keep that up there so we can see the changes. So Deforney's still in 16th. He's got 3 seconds. No, he's got 6 seconds on Rossi. Okay, so things could be a lot worse for him. Florsch is making a gap between her and Kimball. I'm really surprised by that. In fact, she's catching up on Ferrucci. Again, very surprised. She does have to faster tyres, so that does help. But still. Deforney's just got himself into 15th, and he looks like he might be challenging 14th. No, he's just dragged down. Could be challenging Kvyat any minute now. 18% in there. So she's just gone... How are we looking? Because we might bring her in on this next one. Because the tyres are getting shit now. Do we bring her in now? These tyres aren't going to last, are they? We'll bring her in now. Get her on those. We'll have to go full on the fuel. We'll have to be careful with the fuel. Fix that. Everything else can be fine. And we'll take a safe. Don't have enough fuel to finish the race. Well, I will do. We'll just have to be careful for a couple of laps or so. So she goes into the pit. We switch to Deforney, who is challenging both 14th and 13th. I don't know who they are because obviously we've got the pit stop in the way here. He's doing alright though. So we're going to bring in Deforney probably next lap. Push a little bit harder on these tyres. We'll try to get him out on the ultra softs as well. Get him a little bit more push. See how it looks for him. So we need to go neutral on those. So otherwise we're going to be giving away too much time. Go medium there for now. We have excessive fuel apparently, so we've got enough fuel on Florsch. Deforney, mate, I need you to come in on this lap, don't I? There we go. Ultra softs, 9 laps, should just about do it if we don't go mad. Give him the full 10 seconds. Parts should be fine. There we go. Go attack on these tyres for now. I just need someone else to crash, really. That would be the ideal. There we go, there's Florsch. It's got the excess fuel. We'll go push on the tyres a little bit. We'll hold on to the fuel for now. Might give it a bit of a boost in a bit. Just gets herself back up to 11th. There's a few drivers in the pit, obviously Deforney as well. Deforney comes out in 17th, which is better than we were expecting, and obviously we've still then got other drivers to come in. I think they'll probably wait until the sort of 21 lap. I don't think it's their tyres that are going to give. Saying that, I mean people are coming in now. It's not the tyres that are going to give, it's the fuel. That's what they're coming in for. Can we do something about this, Florsch? Come on, girl. Come on, girl. There's a lot of people in there. Where can we get to? Up into 3rd. Beautiful. What about you, Deforney? Come on, mate. We can get a few more positions here. Can we get you up into, like, 12th? Lovely. That's the highest you've been. You're going to lose out 12th rather quickly. I know that much. Right. Let's go neutral. We've got excessive fuel. That's fine. Let's go neutral here. Let's go high. Just for a bit. Florsch holding on to 2nd just about. Yeah. By the way, I didn't move and you did. Sorry. Discussion with the wife. So Florsch has dropped down to 4th. A little bit annoying, but we're not pushing. So let's go push on these tyres. Give her a bit of a boost. Deforney in 11th. Needs to have a bit of a boost to get ahead away from Dixon. I'm not going to go hard on his tyres yet. I'm just going to keep on the fuel. It does have a bit more. Probably go overtake on the fuel. Florsch in 4th. Has got Frines right on the tail. I don't want to go too mad on the fuel. That's the problem. 5 laps remaining. We're slightly under the amount of fuel we need. Let's bring the fuel right back, shall we? Let's go low on the fuel, go attack on the tyres. Don't worry about the suspension, Deforney. You just worry about getting yourself into the top 10, okay? We need to get her round here. Hopefully still in 4th. With just over 4 laps of fuel remaining, we switch on to neutral. There we go, switch on to neutral, or medium even. Go on to push. Deforney, mate, let's have a look at you. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. You've got a nice gap between you and between you and Dixon. I think you're closing that gap between you and Bell. I think. We've got 3 laps remaining after this next lap, haven't we? I think that's... I can't push the tyres too much harder. They're not going to last. Same with you now. We need to pull back on these tyres a little bit. If we can get Florsch a podium, that would be a real big thing. I don't think... Deforney's there. Deforney is there. Deforney is there. He's into 10th. He's lost 10th. But Kivat is going to have to come in to fix something by the looks of things. Might not be a bad race. There he goes. Back up into 10th. Can he get 9th from Bell? Bell's got part problems. Alexander Rossi is retired. It doesn't affect us. We're not going to gain any positions out of that. There's Florsch in 4th. He's pulling away from Glock. I think Hinchcliffe's pulling away from her though. I think we're going to keep it on Florsch for the remainder of the race. Going to have to try and keep an eye on the fuel. I think we can probably push the tyres. Forney will keep a quick eye on. Final lap. Right. Hopefully there's enough in the tank here to last. I think we're going to have to bring that onto medium. Have to bring this onto medium now. And then we'll try to give it a little push at the end here. Well done. Well done. Keep it. Keep it. No. No. You sort of took it and then you gave it away again. No. Oh well. Florsch gets fourth. Let's go to Forney for the last little section here. Hopefully he can keep ahead of... he's got himself into ninth. Who was that? Did Dixon or Kavat just run out of fuel? Fuck him. Fuck him. So yeah, so 4th and 9th, which is our best result so far. Worst result for De Forney, but definitely best for Florsch. Shame she didn't quite gain 3rd. I mean, she took it and then lost it straight away. A little bit disappointing, but you know, it's one of these things. So who got the fastest lap? I didn't look. Certainly won't ask, probably be Ferrucci. Kimball got the fastest lap. So yeah, so it was Ferrucci, Pigo, Hinchcliffe, Florsch, Glock, top 5. So it means De Forney and Florsch are now 4th and 5th in the Drivers' Championships, which is well above where we would think. We've gone back up to 2nd with 5 points ahead of Sauber and 9 points behind Dreyer and Reinbold. We're also 42 points ahead of Haas Formula Racing, who aren't where we need to finish. It's Rahal Letterman. So we are, what is that, 38? 38 points ahead of them. That's our predicted finish for the season. Any Susie? No Susie. No. Oh well. That's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I'm happy with that. I'm a little bit disappointed we didn't get a podium, but I am happy with that. Let's see what they say after the race. Probably not a lot. So we came 5th overall, thanks to Forney. I think that was more to do with how other drivers done around us, but his happiness is back up to 100%. Our marketability is still at 46. How's that not gone up? It's because our team marketability is maximum. It's down to our drivers now, isn't it? That's what it is. Some big improvements across the board here. 2.6% there. Morale's at 100% again. The relationship with Andreas Coller's improved. So yeah, I mean, there's some big improvements going on. We made 2.5 million from that race. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Should I break the mould a little bit? We're going to hang about. You're going to see how the contract renewals went. Or the contract proposals went. And then we'll end the episode. Interview of Orff will accept it. Florsch been... perhaps, but it's a little bit early. Pissed him off. Never mind. I wanted to say sort of like maybe, but I'm happy with my drivers and bring them in that way. But let's spend more money on the simulator. Fuck. It's Riem's birthday, is it? It's a dilemma. That's not. She can have a fucking card. Alright. So, contract proposal from Mick Schumacher. Mick Schumacher's accepted. Deadline 7 days. I want to get Cavalier in, I think. See what he says. Track fair next week. I'd love to see Singapore on it. There's always a sliver of doubt. I'm quite happy to take another track next season. So Toby Hart wants to renegotiate. No, wait. Senatore wants to renegotiate. He wants a bit more money up front. Okay. Wages aren't very important to you, but yet you want a load of money. What's the maximum we can offer you? 267. We go 160. I'll try that. And Toby Hart is on his way in, which is good. Now, Toby Hart, let's have a look at you real quick. You're 20 on reliability. And you are replacing this dude. Yeah. So it's Wanda Adams who's going. Cheers for your service, Wanda. We've got a new mechanic. Lovely. So we're going to wait on the Mick Schumacher thing until we hear about the other guy. There we go. Gausso Cavalier. Lovely. So renegotiate this contract. He wants a little bit more. Alright. You want a nice signing on fee. Well, I don't want to give you 1.1. How about 900,000? Wages are important to you. Okay. Well, how about that, and that? So let's go to the drivers here. So obviously Schumacher's got the better sort of overall. I think Cavalier may be the guy to go to. So we're going to retract our offer from Schumacher. We're going to sign one of Cavalier. Riem Kessler is going. He knows he's going to be a reserve driver anyway. That's in his contract. See? As I say, when it comes to getting our sponsorship in, we'll do that. We'll wait about for the vote. Yeah, we'll do the vote. Fuck it. We get less time between races because we've got more races to do as well. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's like literally a case of 15 days and it's the next race. Singapore. Now, I get all my voting power from last season. Wow. Lovely. We'll vote for it. Skip to the end. And it went through. I only wanted to use one vote. I'll use my votes where I want them. Our next vote is Cortez tyres. Not be as fast as Brutus tyres, but they last longer. Okay. Points for the top 8. We'll veto that one. Groove tyres aren't quite as fast. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. So let's see if Pietro wants to go with us. He does. That's good. That is good news. We'll get Pietro on board. Sorry, Lucian. You're a great servant and all that, but free engines. I like my free engines. So we've got one more member of staff to come in, Mr. Butland here, and he'll replace Andreas Koller. He wants a bit more money, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay, well, we'll give you that. We'll give you the fucking full whack, screw it, why not? I need you here. You're going to be a much better, I say much better, I mean you're going to be a much better person than Andreas Koller, and you're younger. And apart from Pietro Senatore, all our mechanics are British. I would like to get, because we are a British team, it would be pretty cool to have an all-British team. That may be something we look at doing, going forward. I know, we've just spent a lot of money, mate, just deal with it, alright? So we don't find out about our new mechanic until after the next race, which is a bit disappointing. We'll have a quick design of an engine, shall we? So we get all of that knowledge. So we'll do this one. Plus 40 to max, no, it's minus 20 to max, isn't that one? Plus 40. That's 25. We're allowed one more. Ooh. That one. Yeah. 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 So 1,085 is potential for that one. And we get 2 of those. I'm glad we got this back. I'm so glad we got this back. £2 million for 2 engines. That's nice. That is good work. That is good work. I mean, it's a slightly worse engine than that, but it's still good work, isn't it, at the end of the day? Let's switch out of that one, put it into this one. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Even if it is a slightly worse engine, it does mean that they're going to be the same. And we do need another decent engine. Is it? Do we? 1046? No. Go to the car. Let's cancel this. We get our money back? We don't get our money back. It's a shame. We're going to get a gearbox made up. We're going to get some gearboxes made up. Do that one first. We'll get a load of gearboxes made up because our engine isn't as bad now as it was, and we can't really improve on it much more. Once we get these up to the max, then I'm sure it'll be pretty damn good. So these are the 2 that are equipped so far. These are the 2 that are going to be equipped. Our gearbox is by far, I say by far, but the gearbox is the weakest part, the next weakest part. So we'll improve that. Let's get you guys off on the wait, no. We need suspension on, don't we? Yeah, and then we'll get that like that. I think we need to push into reliability first, and then we'll switch into these. They're not. I mean, that's a decrease in performance to begin with, but once they're up there, aren't they? So yeah, I think that's the plan. And that's going to be the end of the episode. Of course, if you have enjoyed today's episode, please do like and subscribe. I know that this is in the wrong place, so I was having issues with my other overlay. So the camera's in this corner. It's usually over there, isn't it? It's over there normally. This is a really awkward position to be in to get this all fitted in. It's over there normally. So at some point, I'll try to get that overlay. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll try to get that overlay sorted out. So yeah, please do like and subscribe, of course. Look me up on Twitter. Check me out on Twitch. I do the occasional stream. I am still contemplating streaming the entirety of Season 6. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. If you want to see Season 6 streamed, I will do my best to put it on the day that it's best for everyone. So if I can get permission from Wifey over there to do a Sunday stream, then we'll do a Sunday stream. We'll see how it works out. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.